Hello, my name is Dr. Adrienne Hicks, and I am the founder and professor of the USMLE Master System. Today, I'd like to address a question from a medical student asking me to explain the Renin-Angiotensin-Aldosterone System. When the body has a low volume, the macula densa cells of the proximal convoluted tubules will detect a change in osmolarity. That high osmolarity will allow the juxtaglomerulosa cells, which are next to the macula densa at the distal convoluted tubules, to work to increase the volume by secreting a substance called renin. That renin will be released into the bloodstream and travel to the liver, where it will cause the release of angiotensinogen. Renin will cause the conversion of angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1 will then travel in the bloodstream to the lungs, where it will be converted by an enzyme in the lungs called angiotensin converting enzyme. That angiotensin converting enzyme, also known as ACE, will convert angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2 is the ultimate substance that will work to increase the volume by four functions. The first function of angiotensin 2 is that it will travel in the bloodstream to the adrenal gland, where it will work on the zonal glomerulosa cells to secrete a substance called aldosterone. That aldosterone works to reabsorb sodium and secrete potassium. Water will follow the sodium, thereby increasing the volume in the body. The second function of angiotensin 2 is that it works to constrict the blood vessels in the body, thereby increasing the volume. The third function of angiotensin 2 is that it travels to the brain and stimulates the osmoreceptors, where it will increase the thirst of the body, so you will drink to increase the volume of the body. The fourth function of the angiotensin 2 is that it will stimulate antidiuretic hormone, also called ADH, from the hypothalamus. In the hypothalamus, we have our supraoptic nucleus, which produces 80% of the ADH, and the supraventricular nucleus, which secretes about 20% of ADH. Once we produce the ADH, it is stored in the posterior pituitary into times in which we have low volume, where the ADH will travel to the bloodstream to the kidneys and bind to its receptors, known as the V2 or aquaporin receptors, at the collecting ducts. The collecting ducts work to reabsorb water back into the body. So we have more concentrated urine. So those are the four functions of angiotensin 2 that work to increase the volume in the body. Therefore, this is the explanation for the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. But if you have any questions, feel free to send them to me at usmlemastersystem.net. Keep those questions coming. Feel free to visit our website, www.usmlemastersystem.net.